We are live.
Awesome.
Awesome. Hey.
What's going on?
Hey, Miss Red Lips over there.
Hey. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the first installment of the Empowered Lifestyle Hour.
We're not live.
We are live.
Yeah, it's live.
Gotcha.
Yep. Welcome, everybody, to the first installment of the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. I am so excited to be here with my guest. We got you, Vicky, with our guest. What am I talking about? We're the hosts.
We are the hostess with the mostesses.
That's right. Coming to you guys live and direct with the business partners here. They're going to come and introduce yourselves, but we are so excited for you to be here. We're excited just to be able to put this thing on for you. Tonight's topic is what we're going to talk about is discovering the real you. You know, how you can cash in on your passion. One of the reasons why we brought this webinar together and we started it is because we're all in business. And we have a real desire to help people out there. We have a real desire to engage with the community out there. We have a real desire to bring information that you guys can use in order to be successful in your life, to live that dream lifestyle that you've always been looking for. And so we came together, we partnered together in our community here, and we're just so excited for you to be here. So with that said, I'm going to just turn it over to my other hostesses with the mostesses to have them introduce themselves. They'll tell you how they got started in business and just give a little intro about themselves. So anybody want to get started first?
Well, yeah, I'll go. Hey guys, this is Yamina Hall, Glam Beauty Boss. I am so excited to be here tonight with Keisha and Victoria. We are just so excited to have you guys here with us, and we want to talk about, just cashing in on your passions, guys. And I'll tell you a little bit about me. I actually got really started on the internet back in, I would say I really hopped on about 2010. Really didn't know what I was doing. I know I wanted to do internet marketing because I did the traditional network marketing, and I had some success in doing that, but I was doing a lot, and I just wanted to find a better way to do it on the internet. So I started looking around, and I found you guys, I'm sure you guys probably heard of Tracy Walker and Nicole Cooper, which those are my two favorite people in the whole wide world, and they're actually my mentors. And I actually found them both and just started following them, doing some things that they were doing, trying to, just figure this whole thing out. And so I ended up working with both of them. I still do work with both of them, as well as Keisha and Victoria. And, I just really started looking at myself, okay, what do you want to do? What are you passionate about? And, my background is cosmetology. So I've done hair and makeup for like forever, and I'm into fashion. So that's really what I'm passionate about. So I really want to just help other hairstylists, people who are in fashion and makeup, just to, really take their passions and, really cash in on their passions, as opposed to doing something, that you're not really happy about doing. So if you do something that you love and you like, it will become more easier for you to do it on a regular basis, as opposed to it feeling like, oh my God, I have to do this, or I have to, write a blog, or I have to do a video. If it's something that you're doing and you're passionate about it, it wouldn't be a problem for you, and you can, do it like normal, just like you brush your teeth every day, right? So that's where I'm at right now. I love blogging about hair, makeup, fashion, whatever's going on in the beauty industry. And it's been so much fun for me since I started blogging about my passion. And I'm looking just to help other women as well cash in on their passions, whatever that may be. So that's my little, story. I can ramble on, but yeah, that's who I am. That's what I love to do, and that's what my passion is.
Awesome. I love that. So it looks like Yamina is definitely doing the cashing in on her passion. And that's what this thing is all about, you guys. I mean, to be able to work from home, to be able to be with your family, to be able to live the kind of lifestyle that you want to on purpose. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't know what their purpose is. But to be able to, to blog and to be able to make money doing what you love, I think that is incredibly awesome. So, wow, I'm just so excited to, be here again with you, Mina. And so let me turn it over to our next host. Just getting to know her. Her name is Victoria. Go take it away, Victoria. Tell us who you are, what you're all about.
Hey guys, my name is Victoria Blanco, and I actually, I wouldn't say just, but I got started working my business about a year ago now, actually. February 5th made it a year for me. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in management with a minor in sociology in 2013. And for a lot of people, that sounds really good, but for me, it just kind of seemed um, it wasn't big for me because once I graduated, the problem was not that I had a degree. Now it was what experience do you have? And when they tell you to go to school and get these degrees, they don't say once you graduate, the hard part is going out and finding a place that'll accept you with no experience. And so I graduated and I started working at a casino, believe it or not, which has nothing to do with what I went to school for. And my biggest thing, the thing that really made me want to stop working there and start, living life on my own terms was when my husband started working as well. And we had a problem with whenever he would try to leave, my daughter would just go bananas because she's a daddy's girl. So she would just go crazy. And every time, we had to kind of explain to her, Daddy has to go to work, Daddy has to do this. And so when I actually quit my job, my whole goal was to bring my husband home and not have to have my daughter experience those things whenever he did go to work. So it's been about a year for me now, and we finally my husband's no longer working, and my whole goal in life, I'm passionate about people, right? I'm passionate about helping people to elevate themselves, because you really can't elevate anyone further than what they're willing to do for themselves. So I'm all about helping people and giving people the opportunity to do what they love doing and making money doing so. And so that's a little bit about me. And so we'll go back to the beautiful host, Keisha.
Aw, I appreciate that. That's amazing. I hear a lot how, couples want to be able to bring the other one home. And being able to live that lifestyle where you're making money on your own terms, and where the family unit is able to enjoy any kind of lifestyle that they desire. And I think that is amazing, 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 Victoria. So I'm so excited to have you on. We're so excited to be able to bring this forum to people and have you on as one of the hosts too. So turning right over to the male of the group, of the partnership, I want to turn it over to Roger. Roger, you're here. I know we were pressuring you to get on as soon as you could, but tell us a little bit about you, and tell us a little bit about why you're here, and tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, hey guys, thank you for the time together tonight. I was with a private client, so I had to jump off as soon as I could. So, but I'm glad I'm here on time, or almost on time. So, well, anyways, like I said, my name is Roger Silvera. I've been in the online marketing niche, the digital marketing niche, since 2010, and I've been a 15-year financial professional, and so. I love this particular niche for a lot of different reasons. Number one is that you can truly find what you're passionate about and be able to build a business around it. There's not many industries, there's not many um, areas where you can actually take what you're truly passionate about and turn that into profit. And the beauty about this particular arena is that you get to learn some very unique skill sets, really in communication and leadership, but more importantly in mindset. And so what this industry has done for me specifically is truly, number one, identify who I was to begin with. And that had to be a mental shift in my own way of thinking. Because until I did that, I couldn't get to the next step, was really finding out who I was. So I really needed to work on myself very, very diligently. And one of the things I love about this industry is that you truly get a personal development curriculum. And it's over the course of time. It never stops. And you're constantly learning something new. And to be around folks that are very, very not only entrepreneurial, and I like to think that there's a big difference between a small business owner and an entrepreneur. It's funny, I was one of my prospective clients, not one of my current private clients, but one of my prospective clients was telling me, you know what, I owned this company for 13 years. I've taken a vacation maybe twice in the 13 years that I've been in business. And I paused and I said, how does that make you feel? And we're talking about lifestyle here, right, guys? We're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about the aspect of really generating the type of lifestyle that you truly desire. And it baffled me that a person like that with a very, very high level of IQ that has a lot of passion for what he does is still confined to his business. Well, how ironic is that? And the thing is, I look at it as a blessing that we have in our hands, that we have the ability to create the empowered lifestyle. And meaning that you get to generate not only income for your family, but you also get to generate the type of lifestyle which is pretty much time freedom. So whether you're a single mom on this hangout looking at, all of us as examples, except me, well, I'm not a single mom, but for that matter, right? For that matter, you're looking at us as examples and saying, you know what? They get to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, with whom they want to do it, and how they want to do it. That's pretty interesting, I would love to actually learn a little bit more about that. And you may be passionate about cooking, you may be passionate about sports, or you may be passionate about personal finance and entrepreneurship like myself. Or any one of these lovely ladies on the line that they have certain passions and interests and skill sets that they bring to the table. But the beauty about being able to be a part of something bigger than yourself is truly remarkable, and it brings out the best in you each and every day. So that's what I love about this particular industry, the online or digital marketing space, is that we truly have a platform that can grow us internally. From internal, it comes to external, meaning that now you're utilizing raw skill sets that are cultivated over time that actually now produce a result. A result meaning that it's income or exposure for your business or ideas or whatever the case may be. You're constantly producing a result. And the thing is, we want to help you and empower you to create positive results in your life and in your business. Whatever, or even just to get out there and share your ideas and passions. So with that said, Keisha, back to you. I don't want to share those few words, but I'm excited about this particular series of what we're doing and the vision that we have for the empowered lifestyle.
Awesome. Oh wow, that was great. And I'll tell you this, that's a great segue into the first question that I have. But I'll tell you a little bit. I'll kind of backtrack a little bit and tell you guys a little bit about me. Let's see, where do I start? I've been online for quite some years now, probably maybe since officially since 2012, but I've been in different businesses, not necessarily online, but different businesses throughout probably since 2000, something like that. And I got involved in those businesses because I had very good interest and a desire to be. And if you guys can mute yourselves, I hear a little bit of background noise. Um, and if I had a desire to do more. I was working as an IT consultant, and I really wasn't happy with where I was. I didn't really think that I kind of fit in. At the end of the day, I never really thought that I fit in. I have a chemical engineering degree, and from when I left college, I went to Howard University, HU Bison. When I went there, I had this degree, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be an engineer, and I knew I wanted to be an engineer since I was in the 11th grade. Okay, so I was very passionate about that. Love science, love math, but then I actually never did anything with it. Can anybody feel me on that point? Never really did anything with my degree. I think the most I got involved in terms of engineering was being a General Motors, but that wasn't even close to engineering work, as a chemical engineer rather. So got in it, was in the IT field for like 12, 13, 14 years, and like I said, never really thought that I fit in. I at some point gained the skills that I needed in order to make it through, but I really, really wasn't happy. There were times where I was moaning and complaining and hated going to work. And I was making really good money, trust and believe, definitely earning a six-figure income, but I just wasn't happy. And so I discovered at some point, we'll get past the businesses, and we'll discuss. Got into this one company, and we'll talk to you guys about that a little bit later, where my life completely changed. In the last 2 years, my life it's been phenomenal, and we'll probably get into that story later. But now I'm living that empowered life. I'm living a life where I make my own choices, I make my own vision, and I make the kind of living that I want to make. I'm empowered now because I truly do believe in my heart that where I'm going is my purpose. And I don't know if I would have ever discovered where my purpose was, or is rather, had I not joined this incredible community along with our host. So that being said, I want to ask the host a question. A lot of times a lot of people don't know what their passion is. I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis as a coach, and one woman, she was several people, 50 years old, 60 years old, and have no idea what their passion is. So, you guys, how did you guys discover your passion? How did you figure out that, this is what I'm passionate about? This is what makes me wake up in the morning. This is what excites me and gets me going. This is why I live. How did you guys discover your passion? And anybody can start.
Ladies first.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, I always had the entrepreneurial spirit. My father, growing up, he had a bakery, so I was always in the bakery with him. So I always had that in me, and I kind of knew it when I was, I guess I would say probably high school. I think I started looking more into the entrepreneurial spirit, ventures. So I think for me it started about high school. For me, because I did see a lot of people, grinding on their day jobs, just not happy. I also grew up in a single parent household as well. By that time, so I did see my mother, working hard and stuff like that. That's when it started for me. And plus, like I said, my dad, I think I got it from him because he had the entrepreneurial spirit. As when I was growing up with the bakery, it ended up closing, but he still tried other ventures as well. He never really gave up on his dream, and that's what you guys should do. If you have a dream or passion or something you want to pursue, don't give up. Don't give up on it. Something may happen. You may try once, it may not work out. Keep going. I think Robert Kiyosaki said something about you have to try it 10 times before. I may get the quote messed up, but he said something about you have to try a business at least 10 times before it succeeds, something like that. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, read the book. So that's when it started for me, and I just kept going, and I was really drawn to the network marketing, internet marketing space. So that's where it is for me, and I just want to, help other single moms, other moms learn the skills of the internet marketing and social media, because it's not just about selling a product or building a team, which you should do that too, but you can take these skills that you learn inside this space and do other things with it for the long term as well. So that's where I really found my passion for the entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay, for me, okay, so I actually just found out recently what exactly it is that I'm passionate about as far as, helping people. Because like when someone asks you the question, what are you passionate about? You always think, the first thing you think in your head is like, okay, what profound answer can I come up with? How can I impress this person? You know what I mean? And so for me, it was always just kind of like, I'm not really passionate about anything. But what I had to like really realize was that you being the way you figure out what you're passionate about is just, it's that one thing that but you really don't want to say. Like you don't, like when you're helping someone, for me, when I'm helping someone, I get a joy that I can't really explain to somebody. You know what I mean? Like for Roger, when he's helping people with their finances, there's something there that he can't really quite explain. And so like there's something in your life that you do and it's innate. You don't have to think about doing it, but it doesn't come to your mind or it doesn't register as a passion because for you it's natural. So when someone asks you, what are you passionate about? It's kind of just like you look over it because it's something that you're used to doing. So for me, like thinking about what makes me happy on a daily basis, outside of my kids and, my family, when I see someone that's in need of help, I have to help. I feel compelled to help. And it's not because I want to say, oh, I helped this person. It's because I feel good knowing that that person got help even when they thought they weren't going to be able to make it another minute, or make it another hour. And so that's how you can know what you're passionate about. It doesn't always have to be, oh, I'm passionate about, calculus, or I'm passionate about this. Like there's no right answer to the question. If you love music and when you play your guitar, you play your piano, if that brings you a joy, then you're passionate about music. You can't change what you're passionate about to fit other people's perception of you or what it should be. And so that's how I found out, what my passion was. I just had to really sit down and, ignore all of the chaos of wanting to provide a politically correct answer and figure out what for me made me happy. And that was just, helping people and assisting them in elevating their own lives.
Keisha, you're muted.
Keisha, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'm saying sorry on mute. Funny. I know we talk a lot about helping other people, and I think all of us probably share the same the same idea of being able to help others, and I think that is just absolutely incredible. And that's absolutely wonderful, Victoria. So Roger, how did you come about understanding what your passion was, and how did you luck upon that?
Well, I think passion comes from tapping into your godlike intuition. And when you tap into that inner source, all of a sudden things start to come about freely. And it's unlike anything that you ever feel, because at the end of the day, when you're doing something that is in alignment with what your purpose is or what you're passionate about, it seems effortless, because tapping into and I don't want to make this a religious call, but this is just from my perception. For me, tapping into your godlike intuition is knowing who you are and understanding that you can never conform to somebody. You always have to create. You have to create things that aren't invented right now, or ideas like this. This came from an idea, right? You see, a lot of people shun at ideas because they're afraid of what the public perception is. Well, that's not truly being passionate. That's being quasi-passionate, and you can't be quasi-passionate and expect to be successful. And I think Victoria, you were talking about, well, I don't know if it was you, maybe Victoria, one of the other, but talking about, my element with people that I work with. And yeah, that comes from years upon years of knowing the type of role and the responsibility and my innate talents and abilities to work with people in that capacity. There's people that I work with that are, have a few $1 million. There's people that are just starting out, 23 years old, green, and scared because they're having this type of conversation. And in each and every one of those types of conversations, I got to understand that I have an innate responsibility to them to be the best I can be. And that comes from knowing who you are as a person. Period. And so the beauty about connecting with, and let me kind of tie that into what we do on the internet. You could be loving, knitting or whatever the case may be. Take that love of whatever you truly are passionate about and now start to let it flow in terms of writing about it, maybe doing some videos about it, and letting that joy, that childlike joy come out and start to permeate out there in the marketplace. People get attracted to joy. People get attracted to abundance. People get attracted to knowing that you're happy within your own skin. And when you're happy in your own skin, now you start to attract a following that is asking the question, how can I be down with what you're doing? And the beauty about this particular series that we're going to be doing is that we're going to help you guys tap in to the innate ability that you have inside of you to help you grow as a person. Because it doesn't make no difference how much money you make. You could make $1 million plus a year. But I've seen the most unhappy, disgusting people make $1 million plus a year, and they're the dumb. Number one, yeah, they're a little bit dumb because they kind of maybe lucked up. They just know people that know people that know people, but they're more self-centered. That was the word I'm looking for. They're self-centered because they don't know who they are, and they're trying to put this facade out there. So one of the things that I look at is if you're going to be successful, and success to me is multidimensional. It's not just financial. It's spiritual, mental, emotional, okay? And then financial obviously is very, very important because without money, it's like oxygen, you can't breathe, right? So when we look at it in totality and context, the empowered lifestyle is a combination of all these different things together. And how can we help you live the best self of today and compete with only you, the best self of yesterday? Outdo that person, not I'm not here to outdo Keisha. I'm not here to outdo Victoria. I'm not here to outdo Yamina. I'm out here to outdo myself from yesterday and continue to get better and better and better and better. And that's what this is about, guys. This is about helping you work on the fundamentals, and then we're going to be building upon that as we move forward.
Wow. One thing I love right here. It's raw and uncut, like I like to say, right? He brought it to you, raw and uncut. He's going. If you're acting foolish, he's going to tell you that, And he hit the nail right on the head. This is why we brought this forum to you. This is why we're doing what we do. We love what we do, and we have solutions out there for you. And we're going to take it, tell it to you straight. we're looking and we're wanting people to live that lifestyle that they have never thought they could live. We're looking, we want you to dream again, because that's what this forum is all about: being able to dream again, being able to live how you want to live, eat where you want to eat, be in a car that you want to drive, be in a house that you want to drive, having as much money as you want to be able to make, right? So that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about relationships and relating to you, and that's the reason why we're talking about passion, because that passion will fuel you every day. That passion will drive whatever success you are absolutely looking for. And one of that we have been successful at is being able to walk in our passions, right? So all of us are here and we're doing our thing, and we have those solutions for you, and we can actually speak from good experience. So, another question I have, guys, is, is there some kind of formula for success that you can give out to the folks out there who are watching, who may be watching on the replay? What kind of formula of success can you give in terms of helping someone to figure out what they're passionate about, what they're passionate about, how they can relate to themselves, they can figure out what it is I guess what kind of need. What can somebody bring to the table in terms of making cashing in on their passion? What can you how do you help other people to figure out what they can cash in on? What kind of advice can you give them? And anybody can jump in.
I'll do it. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that, you know, I think for me it's really just prayer and meditation. You know, that at its easiest core, you just got to understand that you got to be in tune with a spiritual element, and whatever that is for you, then it is what it is. But you know, you got to be in tune with that, because if you're not, then you have a tendency to be scattered. And when things aren't in alignment, you tend to run faster and out of control. And no degree of success can ever be garnered when you're just all over the place. And there was a point in my life that financially I was like that, you know, because again, I didn't know who I was, and I was comfortable with keeping up with the Joneses, if you want to call it that. You know, I had racked up $30,000 in credit card debt, and I don't want to say I'm ashamed of that. I think it's more so from a learning experience. Everyone needs to go through something that drastic at some point in their life to wake them up and allow them to understand that there are certain things that are for you, and there's certain things that aren't for you. And there's a certain type of crowd that is for you, and there's a certain type of crowd that's not for you. So success, again, like I mentioned, is multidimensional. It's understanding in totality of what your entire being is. And that's a constant, everyday process that you can't shortcut by any means stretch of the imagination. You just can't. And if you try to, good luck, because the chances of you becoming successful in that are, billions. The odds of that is just ridiculous. And so let's take a look at it from this perspective. This hangout is really centered around the foundation of looking at you as a person, who you are. And until you define who you are, then the things that we're going to talk about later don't mean anything. So my advice to you is replay this a few times. If somebody said something that resonated with you, write it down in a journal. And give gratitude to the fact that you actually heard it tonight. That's why we love in what we do. We're going to share that here in a minute. What we do, because it's kind of like our little journal. We get to write about whatever we want, and we get to share our message with the world. And the fact that the matter we get to get paid for it is unbelievable. Because again, we know who we are, we know why we're here, and the thing is, I'm not looking to conform with anybody. I don't need to. and that's a beautiful thing at the end of the day.
Hmm. I don't know about y'all, but I know Roger is speaking to me tonight. Okay. Hello. Hello, somebody. So, if anybody's on the line, if anybody wants to comment below, we'd love to be able to have you comment and share with us, share what you're most passionate about. If you have a question for any of the panelists, or any of the hosts, just let us know, and we'll definitely get to those answers. Did anybody else have any thoughts on how you can help others find their passion, and find that thing that they can cash in on?
Well, I kind of, just to kind of go with one of your first questions when you were asking what is the formula for success, and how that ties into what you're passionate about. In addition to what Roger said about, meditation and finding, connecting with whoever it is that you connect to spiritually, I would say that one of the most important things about, or part of the formula of being successful is first believing that you can be successful. I think that step often gets overlooked. When you ask anyone that is successful, they're reading every day, they're listening to some type of audio, or things like that, just to continuously feed their minds. And what you have to realize is that's a part of what made them successful. Because in reading those books and listening to those audios, even if they started off doing it because someone else told them to do it, they started to believe in themselves during that process. And some people are like, I don't want to say affirmations. I don't want to read this book, or I don't want to listen to this audio because I don't believe in that stuff. I don't think that'll work for me. And the problem in saying that it won't work for you is even if you did it religiously every single day for any amount of time, it won't work for you because you already have made it, you've already decided in your mind that it's not going to work for you. And I think that even if some people say affirmations don't work, well, of course, in the beginning they don't work. If you say it one time, it's not going to work. But the idea is that you continue to feed your mind positive things so that your mind can create positivity in your life. And just like if I shared a story with you, when I was an athlete in high school. I played track. I did played track. I ran track. I did some wrestling. And when I got to college, I went to a college that was in the middle of California. No one really knew about it. It was like the first 4 years of it being built, so there were no sports. So it's like, okay, what do I do now? And so we had a basketball team. And I was like, okay, I can do basketball. But I really couldn't do basketball. When I first started, it wasn't a team. It was like a group of people that was aspiring to be a team. And so I couldn't dribble a ball when I got on that team. When I say I was bad, I couldn't dribble a ball. I scored for the wrong team. I passed it to the wrong people. I was horrible at basketball when I first started. But I continued to play. And we continued to play in hopes of becoming a team. We didn't start off as a team. We started off as a collective group of people that wanted to become a team eventually. And because every year we got a little bit better in what we did, we eventually became a team. And so, it's the same thing with believing in yourself. You might not believe it right now, but the idea is to be open to believing that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life. You can't continuously do something every day when in your mind you're like, this isn't going to work. Of course it's not going to work. If you don't believe it's going to work, why would anyone else be attracted to you? And so I think that one of the most important things about or creating success in your life is just getting right with yourself and believing that the lifestyle that you desire for yourself is attainable for you. Because if anyone else can do it, why is it not possible for you to do it? It's absolutely possible for you to do it. And so I just wanted to share that because that's one of the most important things. And next to connecting to whatever you connect to spiritually, you have to learn how to connect with yourself and believe in yourself in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life.
Wow. from such a young person, and I didn't know you were a young person until now. But wow, that was, you were speaking to me too. I mean, I think that's a thing. Being able to connect, you know, to that higher power, and then being able to connect and know who you are too. I think that's an incredible story. I would have never guessed. I would have never. I've never heard of someone scoring for the other team before on basketball. So there's always a first, right? And I know not to mess with you, right? Because you used to wrestle. So I mean, I think that's incredible, Victoria. I really just, that's a phenomenal story, and I know it speaks to somebody out there. I know somebody out there. So I don't know if I don't know if you wanted to share any thoughts.
Yeah, I actually agree with everything that Victoria and Roger said. You know, it has to start off definitely spiritual. I believe secondly, you do have to believe, and you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what it is that you want. I also think in order to have success, you have to be clear, really, really clear on what it is that you want. A lot of people are not clear. Oh, I want to make 5,000. I want to make 10,000. Okay. Well, how are you going to do that? Do you have a plan? Do you have a step-by-step? Do you know where you're going to start? So you have to have clarity. I think a lot of people have a problem with having clarity plus the belief. You have to have patience, which a lot of people don't discuss that. Being successful, you have to have patience because nothing is going to happen overnight. Like Victoria was saying, you do something one time, it doesn't work, and then, you're just done with it. And that's what a lot of people have a problem with. They figure, oh, I'll do a video, put it up, and I only got 3 views. Oh, so I'm not going to do any more videos. Okay, no, you keep doing videos, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep blogging, or, you just keep going, because it's going to take time. You have to have patience, and a lot of people don't have patience. They want instant gratification. They want to see things happen fast, and success does not happen fast. You can talk to anybody who's successful. It didn't happen for them overnight, unless they had, some parents or an inheritance or something. They had a bunch of money somewhere, but it's not going to happen overnight. So I would just say the success formula is to believe, be patient, keep going, don't quit. Okay, people don't give themselves enough time to actually see the results. It may take you 2 years, may take you 3 years, may take you 5 years, but you got to have patience. You have to keep going. You have to believe, and you just don't give up. That's my formula.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing. And I love these golden nuggets that we're given to folks. I mean, we just have. I'm just so excited. I just can't even. I'm like bubbling up over here because I didn't even realize when I came together with my other business partners the wealth of information and wealth of knowledge that we would be able to impart and out to you guys. And I'm just so excited about this opportunity that we have here and your opportunity to be able to link up with us. And so I'm going to do something a little different. I wasn't going to do it in the beginning, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to sort of turn it over to one of our hosts to take us towards the end of the call. And one of them better be ready because I had to be ready, okay? So I'll give you my thoughts on what that success formula. Now, I truly do believe, I know it's not a call, a religious call or, a call, anything like that, but absolutely first and foremost, tapping into God. Because we are not islands unto ourselves, and we did not create ourselves. So we know there's a God out there who knows what's best for us, and that's number one. So Roger hit that nail on the head. And one of the other things also is that I truly do believe is stick and stay, because a lot of people, just like Yamina said, They give up on themselves so much. If everybody could just believe in themselves a little bit more, we would be able to do so much more in the world. And the other thing that I would add to that is, in terms of what everybody else said, is to do it big. Go hard or go home. I truly do believe in living a massively successful life. And when I'm talking about massive, I'm talking about risk it all. Just go hard, go ham, do what you gotta do. Just make it big, make it loud, make it proud. Just go and do it, because people respond to that. People respond to big and volume and outrageous and controversial. That's what people respond to, and people responding to that, they'll hold on and hang on to every word you say. So I believe in massive success, massive production, massive everything. Doing everything on a big scale. So with that said, I'm gonna kind of pass it over to Roger a little bit. And I want him to talk about, we're going to kind of wrap it up in a little bit, but, what joins us and what brings us together is blogging. And we found this incredible vehicle that allows us to talk about what we want, to share and express ourselves online, and to be able to bring this vehicle to other folks out there in order for them to be able to express themselves. So, Roger, I'm going to kind of turn it over to you as we wrap this thing up, and just to kind of talk about, the vehicle, why you chose that vehicle, and give us something that we can go on.
All right. Well, here's the element behind blogging. Number one, when I first heard about it way back in 2011, I was like, blogging. I really never put the two together. I was like, is there? I knew there was a lot of bloggers, coming out, whatever the case may be. I didn't know how hot it was until I started looking at sports blogs and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, well, it's a forum for people to share information and expressions, and I'm a sports fanatic, so I like kind of reading that kind of stuff. And it's funny because we talk about tapping into your passion. Your blog is basically your home on the internet. It is your piece of real estate. Think of a home, a physical home that maybe you would invest in. Rental property. It could be residential, commercial rental property. And this is actual, quote unquote, virtual real estate that will never go old, that years upon years down the road somebody will search for something, they will find your stuff, and they will want to engage with you when you least expect it. You never know what people are looking for these days, and especially if you've got something that you can give a value, because you get paid versus indicative of the amount of value that you give to the marketplace is how much you get paid. So what makes the difference between somebody that makes $500,000 a year versus somebody that makes $50,000 a year? Well, it's in proportion to a couple things. Number one, specifically, is the amount of value that they give. So blogging allows us to give us a platform to share our value. Okay, simple. And when I look at what we have in front of us, is the ability to not only bring blogging in one context, it's also the ability to create a community of people that may not be in your niche, don't know about your niche, maybe necessarily didn't care for your niche to begin with, but because they like you as a person, they are willing to kind of learn about what you have to offer. And just indirectly, they want to know a little bit curious. Oh, I look at, I see that you blog about this, whatever the case may be. And the beauty about that is, let's say for example, I could take Yamina's stuff and I could share that with my network. And the thing is, my network might, may find value in that. Well, that's wonderful. And the thing is, that's what we're looking for. Is we're looking to, without reservation, giving of ourselves to be able to share our content and to be able to share our ideas with the world openly and freely, without feeling like, you know what, we're ridiculed or we're looked upon crazy. And to be successful in business, you kind of got to be a little crazy. And I know there's a lot of crazy people that we work with, but as an entrepreneur, automatically you have to be wired that way. You have to be wired crazy. You have to be willing to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking about your vision and your dream and things that you ultimately want to do and ultimately want to accomplish. So how does that tie into all the things that we're doing here? Let's put it this way. For the first time in the digital marketing space, we actually have one of the largest, actually I think is the largest, for-profit blogging community in the niche. And we actually have the ability to work with individuals that predominantly come from online businesses already. A lot of them come from home businesses, already, and they're looking to, enhance their ability to attract more people, okay, and get more sales. Because obviously that's what the name of the game in business is, that you sell stuff, okay. And it amazes me why people think, well, sales is such a bad thing. Well, I never want to do sales. Well, I never want to sell anything. I was like, listen. I was like, you sold your viewpoint to your significant other, and they bought it, right? Hook, line, and sinker. They bought it. So don't tell me you can't sell, because you sell every single day of eternity that you're on this place called planet Earth. You sell each and every day. And the thing is, what baffles me is that people are averse to sales. I just don't get it. But the beauty about what we have in front of us is that you can actually make money without actually having to really physically sell. All you got to do is provide value. And when you provide value, more so than what the issue that your target niche is actually facing, that's when you're going to make money. And we actually teach this in our platform, okay? So by becoming a member of our community, you actually have the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to partake in actually, like I said, the largest for-profit blogging community in the world. You also have the opportunity to engage with people like us that have different styles, different niches, different communication patterns, whatever the case may be, and build relationships with us so that we can help you live, not only like we were talking about purpose and mindset tonight, get to the point where you're actually becoming the best self of today so that it can actually make a difference in your bottom line as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, or just somebody that actually just wants to make money. You may be somebody that just wants to make an extra $1,000 a month. That's cool. You may be somebody that wants to make an extra $2,000 a month. That's cool too. Whatever that is for you, we support you 150%. We just so happen to use a vehicle that is a blogging platform with an educational university attached to it. And my friend, I think one of the biggest things that I've ever seen in business is that systems rule the world. Systems rule the world. And when you have a system that can go where you can make sales on autopilot at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're fast asleep, and have the joy of looking at your cell phone at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning when you wake up and you see that notification that says you actually made a sale. How empowering is that? You see, most people, what they do is they get up in the morning, they're thinking, oh my God, I got to go to work. Oh, Jesus, I got to go to work. Damn it, I got to go to work. Monday morning, God, I got to go to work. And it's this perpetual mindset, it's a perpetual cycle that continues to fall and fall and fall and bring people down. And you wonder why people are angry these days. Obviously a lot of people watch the news. I don't watch the news personally, but here's the thing. You can create your own news using this type of platform. Because your own news is your own ideas, your own values, your own particular viewpoints on different things. You actually have a voice, ladies and gentlemen, and that voice can be heard around the world whenever people feel like it, at whatever point. So there could be somebody right now in Australia, 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. I was going to say Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Australia time, right? The next day, and they're looking for something, and you know what? They found your stuff, and guess what? They decide that they kind of like you. They like your demeanor. They like your, they say, man, this person's fun. This person's exciting. I want to know more about what they do. Oh my God, this person is actually making money. Wow, you know what? What a revelation. This is an opportunity for you to become the best you that you can possibly be, but also make some money in addition to that. However much money you want to make. It could be $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. It could be $100,000 per month. Whatever that number is. And for you, we support you. So what we want you to do right now, if you see down below, there are actually some links there. We invite you to become part of our community tonight and actually go ahead and pull out your credit card and actually make a purchase and buy our viral blogging platform. It's a $25 purchase. It's a membership site. And again, you actually have the ability to actually have your own custom blog right there, right in front of you, ready to go from the get-go. Now here's why that's such an advantage. You can say, well, Roger, there's free blogging platforms out there. I can go to Blogger, I can go to all this other stuff, and yeah, you're right. However, you don't have the community. You don't have the ability to have what they call a 21-day blogging challenge. You don't have stuff like that in place where, let's say you get stuck on an idea, you actually have pre-designed templates that actually help you with the headline and actually help you craft the actual idea of your message. There's nothing like this in the marketplace today. And when people think about blogging, it's becoming more universally recognized as a medium of exchange of value. And so whatever that means is, whether you write content in a written form or video form or an audio form, whatever that is, you have the ability through our platform not only to get to potentially get high rankings for people who can see it, but then also for other people in our community to share it in their networks and their networks and their networks and their networks, and it becomes a perpetual cycle. And guess what? Now you have what they call a tribe, okay? A tribe that is actually now invested intrinsically in what you offer, okay? And the beauty about that is that it's for $25 per month that you can get access to that tonight when you pull out your credit card and decide to buy. So my friend, all I want you to do is very, very simple. I want you to make a decision this evening that says, you know what? I'm tired of being sick and tired. You know, maybe I'm stuck in a cubicle right now and I'm only making $40,000 per year. If that's you, click on that link right now. If you're saying, you know what, I've got 2 babies right here and I'm watching this hangout right now, and God, you know what, I know there's something out there better for me. Click that link right now and get started. Whoever brought you to this line, okay, with either one of us, okay, get back with that person and get started tonight. We will do a new member coaching with you. We'll hop on the phone with you. We'll actually walk you through a very, very easy process, okay, in terms of understanding the steps. Is it going to be, let me actually rephrase that. It's simple, but it's not easy. Why is it not easy? Because you're going to have to put sweat equity in it. You're going to have to put heart into it. You're going to have to put the time into it. Is it going to grow by itself? No, it's not, because it's a business. But I'm telling you, if you decide, you know what, I'm tired of living the same way I'm living now, and I know there's something for me, then pull out your credit card and decide tonight that I'm going to change that mentality. And my friend, we'll embrace you, okay? We'll love on you, we'll appreciate you, but we can't go any further now with you unless you make the decision for yourself tonight that you decide, you know what, I want something better for myself, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out my credit card now and make the decision. Mm-hmm. So with that said, guys, I'm excited. This is the first session of the Empowered Lifestyle. We're going to be holding these every single week, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about money, relationships. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about a lot of different topics related to different people and how you can be part of our community and what it takes to actually be successful as an entrepreneur. So with that said, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right, that was awesome. Y'all have a good night. This was Fabulous. Woo,
Yeah.
woo.
You get a vlog. You get a vlog. You get a vlog.
We'll see you next week.